Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday Night Live Silver and Coin Currency Auction with me, Raven, of RavenHawk Coins. KJ Ohio, I'm pretty sure we emailed you back about your giveaway, dude. But there hasn't ever been anybody that hasn't gotten a giveaway that has won it, so you should be fine no matter what. And if we missed it, you would still get it mailed to you. Teacher 1388 in the nest, Steve LaPointe, Create Craft Coins and Collectibles, Invisible River Ranch, Eric A, Joe Overly, Des Logic, Cool Things, Perry Custom Cards, KJ in Ohio, Vincent C, Brother Doug Wagner, Steve L.A. Point, yeah, Invisible River Ranch, Brother Bill Driscoll, John Camper, Perry Custom Cards, Brother Doug Wagner, Brian Jensen, congratulations on your new grandchild. What's up, Cushy Tushy Bunnies and Bees? Says Gonzalez is here, Jam and Maki. What's up, Jake? What's up, Gilbert Rogers? Buy Up Gold and Silver, Des Logic, Silver Benji, Lori Camarista, Teacher 1388, Cool Things, 9 months of the Silver Hawk, and many more to go. Create coins and craft and collectibles here. Create craft coins and collectibles. Chapo 52. What you gonna do? Ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited about tonight because watch this. Oh, first of all, Eric A, 40 months is a Silver Hawk. Holy cow, 3 years, 4 months already. Time flying by. Huge shout out to the one and only Joe Overly in chat, man. Totally cool. Really appreciate what he did to get the computer up and running. Chuck Miles, I got mine in the mail real fast. That was so cool. My family couldn't believe I got something like that in the mail. They thought I had joined the mob. Shabby Farmhouse Candle Company, how you doing? Mr. Frank Moons in the nest. Mike Sampson. Good to see you. Cassie Hall. Den Mo. James Reel is here. All right, guys. So check this out. The invisible scope is scoping. It works. No more problems. Guys, Fat Baxter, 2 years as a Copper Falcon. The nest is the best. Doug Wagner, 41 months. 3 years, 5 months in the nest. Holy smokes. Crawdaddy Stacks is here. How you doing, Crawdaddy? But look at how nice this looks now, ladies and gentlemen. And it only took literally buying a brand new computer. And again, I can't thank Joe enough for making this happen. J-Dog in the nest says, yo, brother, oh, you didn't know? Well, you but better call somebody. J-Dog with a $5 super chat. Yep, graphic card was definitely the problem. And just really happy to have the scope working, man. That is just too cool. So we're going to be using the invisible scope more often. And again, thank you to Joe Overly. All right, let's do the Nightbot. I mean, he worked above and beyond, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, what's going on here? Uh-oh. Okay. I didn't check this before getting in. All right, two-step verification. Gotta check my phone. All right. I got to make this a little bigger because I can't see what it's saying. Continue. Continue. All right, there we go. We're in the mix. Whew. But I'm telling you guys, he had other stuff he needed to do, and he refused to leave the house until he got it done. Oh, our early bird giveaway is a 1966 special mint set, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck, everybody. What's up, Jimmy Lacari? David Canham, how you doing? Silver Benji, Metallic Silver Skull. Gimme, my name is Jimmy, says James Rio. Ah, too funny. Lori Camarista, good to see you, hon. Gary S. is in the nest. Roy Hathaway, how you doing? Especialo 1 in the mix. Metallic Silver Skull. True Seeker 67. Scorpio, Cassie Hall, Ricky the Scawny. Good to see you, my friends. Ty McFadden, Joe Must Be. Oh, the other bot. Hold on. Let me go turn that on. That's something that was actually what took the longest for Joe was getting that night stream bot done. And it's amazing. He really worked hard to get this taken care of, guys. So, very nice. It'll take a second for the stream bot to come on. And we are there. Oh, and we are updated on Streambot. Hopefully everything works. Hangman. I'm hoping we don't have any problems with Hangman. If not, I might have to get a hold of somebody for Hangman, but we'll see. But everything else is still there. All your looks like Hangman's working, so we're doing good. We're doing good. All right, guys. Get your entries in. I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to grab some sparkling water, and then we'll start the auction after we pick our first winner, chicken dinner. All right. Got me a little something to sip on. And can make this a little bigger so I can see what everybody's saying. There we go. All right, guys. Let's see who the first winner of tonight's going to be for the 1966 Mint Set Early Bird Giveaway. Kirkland sparkling water, but I do like Waterloo cool things. Waterloo's not too bad. All right, all in, fair warning. 3, 2, 1, booyah. Wolf Tracks, ladies and gentlemen. Wolf Tracks is the lucky winner of the 1966 Special Mint Set. So congratulations to Wolf Tracks. Oops, I'm dropping stuff all over the floor now. You're welcome, my friend. All right, let's turn off the night bot. And Wolf Tracks with the win. Very cool. Matter of fact, I am missing my usual box that I have here. I have a little box that organizes the auction wins. Guys, Milan391 just subscribed. Welcome to the nest, Milan. I don't know what I'm going to do. Hold on, guys. I will be ready in just a second. You know what? Aha. I got it taken care of. The situation has been handled. All right, so gonna be a fun night tonight. We got 21 items, so it'll be probably a little bit shorter stream, but we got some really cool stuff up for grabs. first item on the night is, again, one of those, and I only have 2 of these for tonight, and that is the 94 bimetal, 10 pesos. Those things are pretty darn cool. Let me get in my hands. Here we go. Perry Custom Cards. Yes, I got your package finally, brother. I do have it sitting on my desk, actually. I just hadn't had a chance to go through it yet. But there we go. I will look at it this evening. Jeff Skaggs. I know a lot of you people, he says. Nice. Cool. All right, let me get over here. I'm still working out a few little bugs I have on figuring out where I am on the computer. All right, first item up, the 94. What's up, T-Rep? What's up, Jack Covert? Good to see you guys. All right, we're starting off with the 1994 10 peso bimetal BU. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's show you how nice it is under the scope. Oops. The invisible scope, that is. There you go. Gorgeous bimetal BU. These things are absolutely gorgeous. The silver in the dead center, it's about 1/4 ounce. And they literally, these go in circulated for about 35, 40 bucks as it is. So I do have a reserve at 40. I only have 2 of those available tonight. Thank you, Crawdaddy. I appreciate it. It was a heck of a buy to have to step up to get, but at the same time, we needed it because the nest deserves it. Guys, Gary S. in the nest coming in at 40 with the George. Going once. What's up, Edward Lee? Going twice. Last call. We don't slow roll. Yeah, guys, Invisible River Ranch hooking up the nest with the scope, and it is on another level. That thing is really crisp and clean. All in. Fair warning. This bad peso is sold to Gary S. for 40. Scope is awesome, and the table looks awesome. Thank you, brother. This table was a gift from you guys, the nest. I wouldn't have had this without you guys. You guys bought me this a few years back, and the thing is really cool. I love this thing. You know, you guys have donated crazy times to me before, you know. The nest needs it. Yes, Crawdaddy Stacks. Alright, next item up, my friends, we have a 1/2 ounce of silver from Australia. Right there, 1/2 ounce Year of the Rabbit. Very cool. And I wonder why my vertical... I've got a vertical streaming and a horizontal streaming going on. For some reason, it doesn't want to work right. All right, these go for surprisingly more money than you'd think online, but we're going to start it off. At $1, my friends. Silver's going crazy. Unbelievable where it's at right now. You know, $50 plus, $52, $53 an ounce is kind of crazy stuff. Guys, Mike Sampson starting us off at 25 and staying alive. Crawdaddy and Lee getting in there. Overly coming in at 26. Edward Lee at 30. Crawdad trying to get in there. Gary S. trying to get in there, but Edward Lee in the lead at 30, looking for at least 31, but he came in with the George, ladies and gentlemen. Edward Lee Overly in at 31, looking for 32 with the Overly in the lead, going once, my friends. Joe Overly, what's up, Sam Wilson? Going twice. Joe Overly at 31. Matter of fact, I'm going to see Joe tonight after the show. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Ho, 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 ho. Joe Overly at 31. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to Mr. Overly for 31. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mike, and everybody else for bidding. I appreciate you. All right. Guys, cool things with a $5 super chat for Sparkling Waters, hopefully Black Cherry. I got the Black Cherry one. You know what I really like? I like the tropical one. I was really surprised because that thing confuses your brain. It's almost like mango, and then it finishes with like coconut. Sweet score at the bank today. Got a Series 81 $20 bill with a repeating number of 02830283. Nice, brother. This next one, guys, I've only seen one. The Shelby back seats suck. My head is bouncing out the back window. Daughter is taking us to Dallas Car Show. Jack Covert. Hey, Jack, you going to go to White Settlement next week and hang out? I'll be there in Dallas-Fort Worth area next week. All right, why can't I get this to line up? So this is the Joker 1 ounce silver bar. This is a silver bar, kind of thick like a credit card. That thing is so cool. Matter of fact, I honestly kind of fought with myself a little about keeping that, but you can't keep everything. They go for pretty good money. I've seen them as high as $130 online, but I do have a reserve on this one at $75. It's a limited edition one, so I had to pay quite a bit to get it. Jack's going to be there with bells on. Nice. I was really, really surprised. Mike Sampson coming in at 75. James Real trying to get in there, but Says Gonzalez in the lead at 80, ladies and gentlemen. And the George. James Real coming in at 81, trying to get it done. Looking for 82 like we're Mr. LeFew. What you gonna do, brother? All right, my friends, that is a very cool 1 ouncer. Cesc Gonzalez at 83, looking for 84, going once. Cesc in the lead, looking for 84, going twice. Cesc in the lead at 83, looking for 84. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times. Oh, we got Eric A. hidden at 88, ladies and gentlemen, with the Snoke. Eric A. at 88 says create, craft, and collectibles. Cesc coming in at 90, ladies and gentlemen, with another George of his own. We got Cesc in the lead. Where is it going to go? You just never know. Auctioneer. Yeah, for some reason, man, YouTube likes to block the number 88. We know why. Because it's a white supremacy thing. But kind of a bummer when that happens. Going once. Cesc in the lead at 90, going twice, looking for 91. All in. Fair warning. Warning. Cesc in the lead at 90. This bad coin is sold to Cesc Gonzalez for 90. Beats being 86th, says Steve LaPointe. That's for sure. Yeah, Mud Swat, I agree. But, you know, I don't try to badmouth YouTube because they give me a platform and they don't take anything away from you except for memberships and super chats. You know. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1943 Denver minted PCS slab and certified MS66 full step war. nickel, ladies and gentlemen. That is up for grabs. And I don't have a reserve on this one. Excuse me, guys. Holy cow. Starting bid at $1. Looks like I need to learn how to use my vertical better than the horizontal. I keep getting the camera in the wrong place, but you know what? We can bring it up there and show it right there like that. Right? Is that going to show it in the right spot? Guys, Darren Wilkinson coming in at 12. Steve LaPointe dropping the bomb on us, coming in at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Steve LaPointe in the lead at 20. Looking for at least 21. That's about a $35, $40 nickel in the mix. But you guys know when I get a good deal, I try to push it to you guys as well. Ces Gonzalez, wow, thank you, brother. Buy up gold and silver coming in at 22. That came in fast. Perry Custom Cards at 25. Steve LaPointe at 30, ladies and gentlemen. LaPointe in the lead at 30 with the snow. Looking for 31. Going once. Steve LaPointe in the lead. Edward Lee says, I got 31, son. Sit down. I got a bet. I think it's something YouTube just started. I saw another channel I watched complaining about both the vertical and... Yeah, the horizontal, you just have to put it in the right spot. Guys, Roy Hathaway coming in at 40. Roy in the lead at 40. Now, I recognize that name, so I'm pretty sure Roy's good to go. LaPointe is out, going once. Going twice. Crate Craft, you're awesome, brother. I know I've seen the name. Last call. T-Rep coming in with the snow. At 30, at 42, going once. Holy cow. I appreciate it. Steve LaPointe and Visterion and Create Craft backing up Roy. So Roy is good to go. Going once to Mr. Hathaway at 45. Looking for 46. Going twice. Roy in the lead at 45. Will it hold? Last call for Mr. Al Key. Ho, ho, ho. Roy Hathaway in the lead at 45. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This good coin is sold to Roy Hathaway for 45. T-Rep, thanks for letting me know. James Warner, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. All right, guys. Roy Hathaway. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate you being here and being part of the nest. T-Rep as well. New people hanging out along with Ces Gonzalez. I mean, we got a lot of cool new names as well as a lot of old recognizable names. So you guys are awesome. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the 2025 Flying Eagle, oh my gosh, American Silver Eagle up for grabs. These are supposed to be a very low mintage for this year, and this is the first time I got my hands on some MS70s. I got them from Joe. Oh, wait. You know what? The reserve on these was supposed to be 65. I don't know why it says 70. Give me just a sec here. Let me adjust that. Reserve on these is $65. And a big thank you to Joe Overly again. And, but yeah, so because of the government shutdown and some other factors, these are supposed to be literally lowest in a long time. Ida Herring, thank you. She says, good job on the WWP auction. Thank you, my friend. Roy Hathaway, welcome as a Silver Hawk. Eric A coming in at 70, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Resin Dragon? Going once. Eric A in the lead. Going twice. I appreciate that, Ida. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Eric A. holding strong at 70, ladies and gentlemen. About to get a pretty good deal. T-Rep coming in at 72 like Mr. LeFew. What you gonna do? What's up, Sean Martin? Especialo Roy wants to know how much shipping costs. It is free for members that are silver level and higher. So Roy Hathaway, your shipping is free, my friend. Hey, Mud Swat, you should go look at my video from 2 days ago. Oh, I see the wink. Never mind. Going once. Going twice, my friends. T-Rep in the lead at 72. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. T-Rep in the lead at 72. Looking for 73. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to T-Rep Adventures for 72. Thank you, T-Rep. Thank you, Eric A. And yes, if you want to get free shipping, if you are a silver level or higher, it basically pays for itself if you get more than one item in a night, you know. All right. It's so the PayPal is RavenHawk Coins at Gmail. But T-Rep, you don't have to pay till the end of the night because you've been here before, so you're good to go. You can pay at the end of the night if you rack up a little bit of a bill. There's no problem with paying it once, so you're not paying multiple processing fees and all that for each time. No problem, my friend. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have this gorgeous 1938 Sweden commemorative BU 2 kroner. That thing is really cool. It actually looks like it's proof-like. It's got some frostiness to it. First time I had seen one of those in quite a while. There is a reserve on this one at 35. I think that is pretty cool and fair. It's 80% silver, so good luck, everybody. Good luck. Gary S. in the nest dropping in with the George, coming in at 35. Especialo at 36. James Real keeping it real, trying to get in there at 35. Especialo in the lead at 36. Greg Chapman, what's up, brother? Steve LaPointe trying to get back in there, but Especialo in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping it, Especialo. Looking for 37. I agree. Eric A. says ship coins are cool. Heck yeah. Going once to Especialo at 36. Ladies and gentlemen, do we hear 37? Going twice. Especialo in the lead at 36, my friends. Looking for 37. Brother Bill Driscoll coming in at 37. Gary S. just a smidge slower on the bid. Looking for 38 to keep it great. I live streamed on AG's channel, Create Craft. Gary S. at 38. James Warner at 40, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Driscoll trying to get back in there. Especialo is out. Warner in the lead at 40, going once. And I almost didn't make it. We had a misunderstanding of 6 my time versus 6 his time. And, what's up, CM Silver? Support Raven. Never know how much work it is to have a YouTube channel until I saw behind the scenes. Just don't realize how much went into it. Bill Driscoll coming in at 41. I'm still on a buying pause. It's tough seeing all this awesome stuff in the auction and not bidding. J-Dog, you got to do what you got to do, brother. That was supposed to be going once to brother Bill Driscoll at 41. Gary S. in the nest at 42. Like Mr. LeFew going once. Gary S. in the lead at 42. Looking for 43. Going twice. Bill Driscoll at 43, ladies and gentlemen. Bill in the lead. Going once. James Werner says, hey, I want that coin, guys. What are you doing to me? Going once. Going twice. Oh, and this is a new keyboard too and mouse that came along with the comp. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Brother Bill in the lead at 43. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Brother Bill Driscoll for 43. Thank you, Brother Bill. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to being on OBS and really knowing how to use it. I'm better with using the software than I am setting up a computer. So Joe Overly was literally a godsend for helping me. All right, don't forget, we're going to be giving away this beautiful 3-coin set after lot number 11. That's our midstream giveaway. Next item up, we have a Deadpool from 2018, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see very many of these around, and so I was pretty stoked to get my hands on it. I did pay a little bit more than I probably should have, but you know what? I like to try to bring new stuff to you guys, and these go for a little bit more than I thought, but we have a reserve at 65. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Favorite movie, says James Warner. See, on the horizontal one, I keep messing it up. Cesc Gonzalez coming in at 65, ladies and gentlemen. Werner coming in at 67. We got the Battle of the Georges. George, what's up? Zeke Rodriguez, ¿cómo estás, amigo? Going once to Cesc Gonzalez, ladies and gentlemen. Cesc in the lead at 70, looking for 71. Do we hear 72? Oh, wait, do we hear 71? Going twice, my friends. James Warner in the lead at 71, going once. What's up, Mike the Greek? How you doing, my friend? Going twice to James, ladies and gentlemen, looking for 72, like we're Mr. LeFew. Last call from Mr. Alki Hall. James Warner in the lead. Will it hold? You just never know. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Pete Clark coming in with a mini bomb. You dropped the bomb on me, baby. All right, guys. Pete in the lead, going once at 75, looking for 76 in the mix, going twice. Pete Clark in the lead. It's last call from Mr. Alki Hall. Brother Doug says the bombage is real. Look out. All right, my friends. Pete Clark at 75 and staying alive. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to Pete Clark for 75. James Warner says, dang, Pete. LOL. Take it. All right. Congratulations to Pete. Thank you, everybody, for your bids. You guys are absolutely epic and amazing. We got 108 of you in here hanging out. That's not too bad when I'm up against football and everything else going on a Thursday night. Next lot up for grabs is lot number 8, and we're going to make it great. This is a gorgeous coin. I did some research, come to find out that this is a proof. And 1951 South African, there was only 1,483 of these minted. And that thing is epic. Look at the cartwheel on that. I mean, just such a clean and gorgeous coin. Very stoked to be able to bring this to the nest for you guys. And one of these times I'm going to get that lineup at the right spot. Here we go. I think it should work right about there. And I can bring it up so people can see it on the vertical. For some reason, oh, we're going to go a little bit over here. You know what? I keep missing it. Let's see. This is for people that are on their cell phones. Okay, there we go. All right, that's the spot I need to have. So if I bring it down here, I am going to literally use a coin as a marker from now on. All right, there we go. So this one does have a reserve at $100. They go for stupid money when they get graded, but I got a good deal on it, so I'm passing along the deal to everybody else in the nest. And if it doesn't sell, no worries. It'll go to the next coin show. Yeah, James Real, they the proof, there's only 1,483 of these minted from 1951. So, yeah. I was pretty shocked. That is a Springbok J-Dog, which is basically what is the Cougarand nowadays. But it is the Springbok on the front. You can see 1951 South Africa. Guys, Joe Overly coming in at 100. Perry Custom Cards at 105. And yes, Crazy Stacker is correct. They go for over $300. James Real, it's $5 increments, my friend. Perry Custom at 105. Gary S. in the nest at 110. Looking for 115 like we're Mr. Bean. Going once, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the lead at 110. Looking for 115. Going twice. Guys, Perry Custom Cards coming in at 115. Looking for 120. Going once. Gary S. at 120, ladies and gentlemen, going once. Don't some of these old Cougarans have a guy that looks like a pilgrim on one side? Well, this guy is the, that's King George right there. All right, going twice to Gary S. at 120. And you guys know me, if there's ever a mistake that I make, like if I ever misrepresent a coin and it turns out not being what it is, don't hesitate to let me know, because sometimes we make mistakes, but this one is a cool one for sure. Overly coming in at 125, ladies and gentlemen, going once. Joe in the lead at 125. Gary S. is out, going twice. Last call from Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Joe in the lead at 125, all in. Fair warning, this bad coin is sold to Joe Overly for 125. Whew. What a little auction there, guys. Joe Overly with another win. Congratulations to Joe. I saw Mike Sampson in here a little while ago. All right, lot number 9. And then after lot number 11, we will do a giveaway. So let me show you the coin here we got coming up. 1922. PCS slabbed and certified piece dollar at an MS63 in the older blue label. So that is up for grabs. And I do have the reserve on this at 65. What's up, Avocado Stacker? Welcome to the nest. All right, guys. Good luck. I was amazed. I looked these up, and they've been going up in price lately. Roy Boy coming in with the George at 70, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Boy in the lead. Steve LaPointe in the joint at 72. How do the Red Hot Chili Peppers know if their coins are real? They give it away, give it away, give it away now. Roy Boy at 77. That's a good one there, Mud. Roy Boy in the lead is 77, looking for 78, going twice. This is Slab Master J approved, says J-Dog. Last call from Mr. Alki Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, all in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold. Oops. Sold to Roy Boy for 77. The older Cougarans had the original South African president Paul Kruger on them. There we go. All right, congrats to Roy Boy. CM Silver with all the good information. Thank you, CM. Thank you, Roy Boy. What's up, Darren Wilkinson? All right, lot number 10, and then we'll do lot number 11. After lot number 11, we'll do the giveaway. This one is pretty darn cool, ladies and gentlemen. I have only seen these one time around here. This is the $1 Silver Kangaroo 2004 Frosted Edition. Yes, send it versus PayPal Goods and Services, Roy Hathaway. Roy, you're good until the end of the night. Everybody backed you, so you're fine. What's up, Peter Bowes? And so that is this coin right here. It is a pretty cool little thing that they did, almost kind of like an enhanced uncirculated. I do have the reserve at 65. So good luck, my friends. Good luck. Good to see Peter Bowes. Peter Bowes, the 4th person that ever signed up to be a viewer of my channel, guys. Says Gonzalez coming in at 65. Overly trying to get in there. CM Silver at 70, ladies and gentlemen, with the bomb on us. CM in the lead at 70. Eric and Sess trying to get back in there, but CM in the lead. Looking for 71, going once. Can't seem to type. Going twice, my friend. CM Silver in the lead. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, 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 ho. CM at 70. Roy is a good dude. He bought one of Rob's tokens and gave it to Rob as a giveaway, and I'm the one that brought it home. Nice. Guys, Pete Clark coming in with the Snope and the George. At 72, ladies and gentlemen. Pete in the lead at 72, looking for 73. CM at 74. CM in the lead at 74, looking for 75, going once. CM Silver in the lead at 74, going twice. CM in the lead at 74, 3 times, ladies and gentlemen, looking for 75. CM in the lead, will it hold? Like Sherlani says, guys, good people, Rob and Sherlani. If you don't watch them, go check them out. All in, fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to CM Silver for 74, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to CM. Nice one, brother. All right, CM Silver. Matter of fact, I'll put Joe right there. Okay. All right, lot number 11, and then we're going to do a giveaway. This is a 2-coin lot because I really just didn't have it in me to split these bad Balboas up. I didn't want them screaming bye-bye to each other saying, "Oh, Adrian, I knew I could do it with your help." All right, 61 and 62 BU Balboas. And we will even put them under the invisiblest of invisible scopes, ladies and gentlemen. Booyah. Here we go. Oh, wow. You know what? I did not catch that scratch right there in front of the face of the helmet, my friends. That's a shame. That's what a scope does to you. The rest of it's a beautiful coin, but that scratch kind of is a bummer. And I paid up for it. See, now this one is totally clean. No scratches, no problems. So I'll tell you what. I think I have the pair at a reserve of 55. 55. That being my mistake and my bummer. What's up, Renegade? I will change it. I'll put the reserve down to 40, my friends. Best I can do on that. I'm actually losing money on that, but that's my mistake. So, you know, I'll put it on as a fair deal. Guys, James Real coming in at 55. James in the lead. You know, I normally do, and that one I obviously didn't. Going once to James at 55. Crawdaddy coming in at 56, ladies and gentlemen. Going once again. Crawdaddy in the lead. Going twice. Crawdaddy in the lead at 56. Looking for 57. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall, ladies and gentlemen. All in. Fair warning. This bad bag coin is sold. To Crawdaddy Stacks for 56. Yeah, it's still a beautiful coin. Hold on. Did Perry Custom Cards get in there? Let's see. Oh, Perry Custom just barely missed it, ladies and gentlemen. Crawdaddy with the win. And guys, if you like getting red worms and stuff, check out Crawdaddy Stacks' channel. You can get your hands on some. Our end of stream giveaway is a Ultra Breaks Silver Eagle, but here's our midstream giveaway, the 3-coin silver set. Guys, James Warner with a $20 super chat. Make up the difference or help with shipping. The nest is the best. James, dude, you're unreal, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. You always blow my mind. All right, let me turn on the night bot. Turn on the night bot. Let it shine wherever you win. All right. And you know what, guys? For Crawdaddy Stacks, since I made that mistake on that and he still ended up paying 56, I'm gonna throw in a uncirculated 40% 1966 Kennedy half just to say thank you. So Crawdaddy, you got an extra coin in your package, brother. Because I appreciate that you and the other bidder were kind. You're welcome, dude. Bring in the juice. No wheezing the juice. All right, guys. Get your entries in. Oh, man. Yummy. Matter of fact, I'll put him right there. I have 2 coins in my huge package. Nice. James Real. Keeping it real. All right, guys. Let's see who the winner is in 3, 2, 1. The $50 video today was awesome, brother. Thank you, J-Dog. Cool Things with the win, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. He's so cool that he wins cool things. Cool Things with the win. Ah, you're welcome, my friend. All right. Let's Close out the night bot. Cool things, his name is on the package. Guys, Pete Clark, been a long time. Hot chocolate for the kiddos. $10 super chat from Mr. Pete. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that, brother, and so will they. All right, next item up, we have the last of the 94 10 pesos bimetal. I don't have any more of these, and I don't know when I'll get these again. At least not in uncirculated. I see them at shows beat up a lot of times because people still sell them for the 1/4 ounce of silver. But, yeah. That's the last one that I have for now. And the reserve on this one is at $40. So good luck, everybody. Good luck. Where's it going to go, ladies and gentlemen, in the 1994 Mexico 10 peso bimetal? Oh, I'm goofy. That's funny. My finger's all salty, though. Ugh. I need some casino tokens. James Warner, nice. All right, nobody hitting on the 10 peso yet, so going once. No show this weekend. Next weekend, I'll be down in Texas, J-Dog, at White Settlement, my friend. Going twice. And I can't go lower on this coin, guys. I literally paid $40 for these. I literally put them in at my cost because for the little coin that it is, they're kind of pricey. Create craft. Yeah, we should. We could do a Q&A maybe. It's hard to do the Sunday ones, especially for auctions and stuff, because you got Coin Cruise on for 6 hours or so before I go on, and it just makes for a really long day of auctioning for everybody. All right, last call, my friends. Wounded Warrior Project did $101,800. Wow, $101,800. Very cool. Guys, vote for Pedro coming in at the last second. You know what I'm going to say? It is sold. To vote for Pedro for $40. Thank you, Vote for Pedro. Vote for Pedro coming in and saving it. RavenHawk, shout out for being an auctioneer during the benefit, yet again helping to bring 3-year total to the community race. Over $500,000, guys. $538,149. Much love to you, Vote for Pedro. You're an awesome brother, man. And we had a lot of fun. It was last night for those of you that, or no, it was Tuesday, 2 nights ago. For those of you that missed it, you can go to AG47's channel and watch the rerun. And it's pretty cool. What's up, James Barron? Yeah, can you believe that, guys? We over $500,000 in 3 years we've raised as a group. I've been a part of it for the last 2, and I'm honored to be able to be involved. All right, guys, 1923 Peace Dollar, PCGS slabbed and certified at an MS63, my friends. Why am I not showing it at the right spot? I'm pretty sure that was our spot. Let me see. I guess did I move the penny on accident? I'm thinking so. Let's oh, you know what I'm gonna have to do is put a piece of tape on the table or something. All right, I give up. Maybe I'm just gonna go back to only doing the vertical. I mean the horizontal. All right, there we go. Message from Vote for. Please add it to the end of stream giveaway. Holy snikes, ladies and gentlemen. The end of stream giveaway getting some love from Vote for Pedro. You know what that means, my friends. I'm going to put it right there with the Silver Eagle. And I'm going to pony up a little something as well. Let me see what I can do here. How about... Oh, let me see. I gotta find... You know what? I'm gonna do a brilliant uncirculated Washington silver quarter from 1961, ladies and gentlemen, to go in the mix. To add to what Vote for Pedro added. So now we have 3 things for the end of stream, guys. You know how I am. When you get back to the channel, I always like to give a little back, or if you guys give to each other, that means a lot to me. You guys are epic. So let me get this quarter ready, and then I'll get you the description for the peace dollar. Peace dollar, I believe I have at 65. Good luck, my friends. Guys, Vote for Pedro works very hard. I'm at a school fundraiser with my son, but wanted to shout out Brother RavenHawk. He's amazing, man. Much love to everyone. Have a wonderful stream. Vote for Pedro. You be good, brother. It's good seeing you. Michael LaFuse says, pew, pew, pew. I got 65 and staying alive. Warner trying to get in there, but LaFue in the lead at 65. Looking for 66 in the mix. Guys, James Warner coming back at 67, ladies and gentlemen. James in the lead. Looking for 68 going once. Warner in the lead at 67 going twice. Guys, LaFew coming in at 68. Vote for Pedro at 70, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for Pedro in the lead at $70 going once. V for P going twice. One more auction, he says. That's a true auction addict. Last call from Mr. Owl. Key. Hall, ladies and gentlemen. LaFew is out. Pedro at 70. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. To Vote for Pedro for 70, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for Pedro with the win. All right. Thank you, Vote for Pedro. Put his name on here. Oh, no way, guys. Add it to the EOS. Vote for Pedro. Coming in here, dropping over a C note and giving it to the Industream to make it insanely extreme. Holy smacks, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what I can... You know what? I'm going to see what I can find. I'm gonna find something. Vote for Pedro. Holy cow, dude. Let me see. I'm looking around. I wasn't expecting that. Give me just a second, guys. But I will add something. I know what we'll do. I've got these cool Canadian coins. We'll add one of these. This one's from 1985. There's about $15, $16 in silver or something like that, supposedly in these. 0.375 ounces. So that is up for grabs. as well. And again, thank you, Vote for Pedro. Unbelievable, guys. All right, next item up for grabs, we have an SLQ, Standing Liberty Quarter, with no reserve. We're going to use the scopage. Big shout out to Joe Overly again and Invisible River Ranch for giving the scope to us. But here we go, 1925. And you know what? Let's back this up a little because there we go. 1925. There's the obverse and the reverse. We'll start the bid off at $1. Good luck, everybody. I think the obverse on this is better than the reverse, but hey, you know, what do you do? What do you do? Guys, we got James Reel coming in at 5 and staying alive. James Reel in the lead at 5. Werner trying to get in there at 2. Says Gonzalez coming in at 10, ladies and gentlemen. Perry Custom Cards dropping the bomb on us at 20. Holy smokes. James Reel trying to get back in there. So is Pete Clark, but Perry in the lead at 20. Yes, the scope is fixed, Renegade. Says Gonzalez coming in at 22, like Mr. LeFew. Especialo, check your computer, my friend. My mic says it's running. All right, guys, Perry Customs at 25 and staying alive. James trying to get in there, going once to Perry. Perry in the lead at 25, going twice. Last call. Oh, you know what, Crawdaddy? I did mix up yours with somebody else. Sorry, brother. I don't know why I said... Holy cow. Okay. Says coming in at 26, going once, ladies and gentlemen. Cesc Gonzalez wants this 25, going twice. Last call. Cesc Gonzalez in the lead at 26. Pete Clark coming in at 27. Holy cow. My new shoe fits perfectly. Nice. That's funny. Perry Customs is out. Pete in the lead. Going once. Cess is out. Going twice. Howdy ho. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Pete Clark alive at 27. All in. Fair warning. This bad quota is sold to Pete Clark for 27. Holy cow, Pete. Thank you, brother. Congratulations to Pete. All right, lot number 15. Up next, we have the second of the American Silver Eagles. NGC slabbed and certified at a MS70. 2025. These are supposed to be a low mintage year, guys. Hearing it from more than one source. And the reserve on this is actually 65. I don't know why it says 70. But guys, James Reel coming in at 75. Dropping the bomb on us, ladies and gentlemen. Going once to James. See Pete. What did he say? Congrats. Please send it to Perry Custom Cards. Perry Custom getting a gift. You know what? That means the end of stream's going to be nicer. All right. I'll put something after we get through this one. And that is very awesome, guys. All right, guys. Cesc Gonzalez at 77, ladies and gentlemen. Says in the lead, looking for 78. What's up, Muscle Show? Yeah, Perry has a wallet with us, a nest. Jeff Skaggs, how you doing? Going twice. We do PayPal, brother. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Says in the lead at 77. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Cesc Gonzalez for 77. Thank you, Cesc. All right, I'll put that in there, and then now I got to figure out what can I do. You know, I had a I know what I'll add. We're gonna add a 1/10 ounce of silver to the end of stream for Pete, giving that to Perry. Let me get a holder for it. I forgot I had these. And then I remembered. Okay, the end of stream is getting extreme. Holy cow, guys. All right, lot number 16 coming up next. This is the second of the Australian style that I got. 2006 Frosted Uncirculated Kangaroo Royal Canadian Mint. That thing is pretty darn epic, my friends. And I'm going to put it right here. Let me get a description. I do have a reserve on this one at 65 as well. Good luck, my friends. Silver Benji, we have a lot of good love in here. I kept a $2 bill, sent mine to Can for his food drive benefit. I don't know what you mean. John Jacobs, Rockzilla at 65, Gary S at 70, James Real trying to get in there, Rockzilla at 71, Eric A trying to get in there, but Rockzilla in the lead at 71, my friends. Looking for 72, going once. Looking for 72, going twice. Jack Cobert, nice, brother. Be careful. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Gary S. in the nest at 72. Going once. Looking for 73. Going twice, my friends. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Gary S. at 72. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Gary S. for 72. Thank you, Gary. All right. You know, the problem is I give out so much stuff that I honestly forget what I've given away and who I've given it to. And It's kind of a nice thing that to be able to give stuff out. But I honestly, I do tend to forget after, a couple days. Sometimes I'll remember down the road if it's something that really sticks out. But, All right, here we go. 1925 PCS slabbed and certified peace dollar at an MS63, ladies and gentlemen. Very cool. Trying to get some better dates here and there. But, peace dollars and other coins in high grades, they go for a lot of cash. This we have a reserve at 65 to stay alive. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. Guys, Edward Lee in the place to be coming in at 65. James Warner at 70 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. They were going to stop minting the U.S. penny last year, but they stopped minting them yesterday. What are your thoughts about them not minting them anymore? J-Dog, I think it's past its time, to be honest. Canada did it in 2012, and we've been overpaying to produce Lincoln cents for years. Guys, Roy Hathaway coming in at 72 with the pew pew pew. Looking for 73. Dewey here, 73. James Warner coming in with the mini bomb at 75. Oops. Going once to Roy Hathaway at 77, ladies and gentlemen. Buy up gold and silver trying to get in at 76, but Roy just a bit quicker going twice. Buy up gold and silver coming in at 80. I don't think so on buying a roll of 2025 pennies. They made so many of them. Going once. Now I think the copper ones and older ones will go up in value. Going twice. Guys, Roy Hathaway at 82 with the going once. But yeah, just like Create Craft said, I wouldn't pay the money they're asking for those right now because they made a whole bunch of them and they're zinc. It's cool if you find them at the bank for 50 cents and you put away a roll just for yourself, but I would not pay the extra. All right, Roy Hathaway in the lead. All in. Fair warning. This bad bag coin is sold to Roy Hathaway for 82. Now, I don't know. I think they're only doing 2026 pennies for collectors cool things. I don't think they're going to be, circulated. I don't mix my memorials with my wheats. I keep them separated. Boxes of pennies are already climbing in price on eBay, going for 3 times the face. Yeah, Renegade. People are really trying to squeeze them pretty crazy, But that's what happens in our country. Bicentennial cents will skyrocket. Well, yeah, because that's going to be the 2026 250th anniversary. So that'll be interesting. Here we go. $5 silver certificate, uncirculated, ladies and gentlemen, from 1953. I got this from Flying Eagle Coins. And if you guys watch the show, you know that's a place that I work at. Very cool. They said no more circulating pennies, but they'd make some for collectors. I'm hoping we'll see copper versions. That would be cool. Yeah, instant FOMO, J-Dog, that's for sure. Okay, this is a beautiful blue silver certificate, uncirculated, worth about 45 to 50 bucks in its current condition. And we're going to start the bid at face value. What it came out for in the 50s at $5. Good luck, everybody. James Reel coming in at 35. Nick 48. How you welcome, Nick? Welcome to the nest. Thanks for coming in. James Reel at 35. Looking for 36. Going once. Going twice. Figured they did it in 09. They could do it again, considering they said they'd placed their last zinc order planchet. Christopher Sherman giving out some info. Going once to Warner. Buy up gold and silver coming in at 40. Going once with the snow. Going twice. Buy up in the lead at 40. James Warner at 41. Going once. Going twice, my friends. 3 times for Larry. You know what's funny is I have rolls of pennies in the garage. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin will be coin. $5 will be sold to James Warner for 41. Create craft. Yeah, because actually if your dimes usually don't wear out that fast, but if they're BU Kennedys, it's the same altogether. My crew is brutal. My crew, the nest is an awesome place. You guys have done so much for me. That's why I don't have a problem giving stuff out the way I do. I haven't seen Rich Fontaine. Rich Fontaine, I still talk to Rich. Rich is just on to doing other things. He's still collecting and stacking, but he works a lot. As for DeMarvelous Digging, I don't know what happened. He was here. I know he's having some issues with his granddaughter, having some health issues. And so, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I did send in some money to the GoFundMe for them because he had always been here supporting the channel. 2009 Australian Koala, ladies and gentlemen, in the Royal Mint packaging. I have the reserve on this one at $60. So I'm sure DeMarvelous is doing okay. Always good to see him when he's here. I'm not sure what's going on besides that. What's up, Gene Anderson? All right, guys. Gary S. at 60. Lee coming in at 65 and staying alive. Cesc Gonzalez at 67, ladies and gentlemen. Cesc in the lead at 67. Looking for 68. Going once. Cesc in the lead at 67, looking for 68, going twice. And I wish I knew what was going on. Guys, we got a new subscriber. Mr. E just subscribed. T-Rep coming in at 68, ladies and gentlemen. Going once to T-Rep. We're adopting my baby nephew. He's 7 months old. I'm 42. Someone's got to look after this poor bugger. Hey, that's awesome of you, my friend. That's some really good condition. Serial numbered $5 bills, crisp fresh, all zeros and ones. Mr. E, send me a picture, and I can let you know if it's all zeros and ones. That's called a binary, and those go for pretty good money. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Cesc is out. T-Rep at 68. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to T-Rep for 68. It's really easy, Mr. E. It's RavenHawkCoins@gmail.com. T-Rep says, sweet. All right. T-Rep. Okay, guys, we just got 2 more lots on the night. Then we're going to do that awesome end-of-stream giveaway. Vote for Pedro dropping $110 in stuff, giving it to the nest. What an epic thing to do for everybody. I think that is just too awesome. All right, next item up, coming up right here, 1944 BU Mexico 50 centavos. And we're going to put it under the scope because it's a gorgeous coin. There is the obverse, ladies and gentlemen. And the reverse. Really frosty. It's got a little bit of toning kind of starting up at the top there. Couple little dots throughout it. But we do have a description. And we're going to start this off at $1, my friends. The new scope is amazing. It's always been really amazing, brother. It's the new computer that's the most amazing. But I appreciate it, my friend. The scope is so clear now. No more seizures from the Scopey. James Reel coming in at $5. Edward Lee at 10 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. Overly trying to get in there for 6. Gary S. in the nest at 12. A big thank you again to Invisible River Ranch for the scope, everybody. Yes, Renegade, a new computer. I had to buy a gaming computer that could handle it with the video graphics. So, guys, James Reel at 17 in the lead. T-Rep at 19 bucks. Looking for 20. When I was talking to Joe, Perry Custom Cards at 22. The deuce on the loose. It was going to cost almost as much money to get a good graphic card and a power source. And there was a big chance that the graphic card and power source would have burned out my old computer. So went with a new gaming computer. Luckily, Best Buy had it on a huge discount, which made it a lot less painful. Going once, guys. Perry Custom Cards in at 22. Looking for 23. Going twice. But graphic cards, I didn't know they take a lot of energy from what I understand. Got to treat yourself every once in a while, says Renegade. Last call. Well, here's the thing. It's also important for the nest because you guys should be able to see this stuff very clearly. And I felt bad it took that long. We tried many different things. We had a Tomlov before this that I have to send back to Invisible River Ranch. And then he sent a brand new one on top of it. And now, it's one of those things where we went through like 20 different things trying to figure it out. And it literally just came down to we had to get a new comp. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Perry Custom Cards for 22. But yeah, guys, just modern mid-high gaming CPUs more powerful than entire older computers used to be. Yep, Christopher Sherman, that's for sure. All right, Perry. And what's crazy is this thing has like 5 or 6 fans on it, and you can't hear it running. I mean, it is so quiet, Pretty darn cool. All right, my friends, we're on to the last item of the night. And it is a 1909 Japanese coin. I'm just going to put it under the scope. We got the scope. I like the scope. Right here, 50 sen from 1909. These have just over a 1/4 ounce of actual silver in them. He wants to send it to Pete Clark. Okay. I will write Pete Clark's name on it. All right. And okay. This next one, The next donation is going to be a 1936 Buffalo Soldier. Nice little nickel. Because Perry gave to Pete and Pete to Perry. So we're adding one more item to the End of Stream Extreme giveaway. It's a nice raw buffalo. It's got a full horn even. Full horn. I'll show it to you guys in a little bit. All right, so last coin up for grabs has a 1/4 ounce of silver. What's up, Alan Hall? Starting bid. Hey, CR. Is a buck. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. All right, guys. James Warner at 19. Cool Things at 25. Driscoll and Mansell trying to get in there, but Cool Things in the lead. Vote for Pedro's back for more action. Vote for Pedro's trying to break my bank, guys. Vote for Pedro at 26. Brother Bill trying to get back in there, but Pedro in the lead, going once. Cool Things at 27, ladies and gentlemen, going once. Cool Things in the lead at 27. Looking for 28. Do we hear 28? Going twice. And vote for Pedro. You rock, my friend. I appreciate you. James Warner coming in at 30. Holy cow. With the George. Vote for Pedro coming in at 31. Going once. Going twice. Vote for Pedro in the lead. James Warner ain't backing down. He said, no, I won't back down at 35. Pedro at 36. Cool Thing is out. Crawdaddy says a battle's ensuing. Vote for Pedro in the lead at once. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Vote for Pedro. Well, you know what? I know Vote for Pedro has a friend that loves Japanese coins, so he might be keeping this one. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold. To Vote for Pedro for 36. Congratulations, B for P. I'm pretty sure that's what this is about. I could be wrong. Vote for Pedro's a squirrely guy, so you never know. Good to see you, teacher. Yep, I knew it. Haha. Cool. Vote for Pedro. That's awesome, brother. All right. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. Big thank you to the man, the myth, the legend, Create Craft Coins and Collectibles for keeping up with everything tonight. Vote for Pedro. Teacher 1388, Doug Wagner, J-Dog, Peter Bowes, Resin Dragon Studios, Johnny T, Frank Mons, Invisible River Ranch, Steve LaPointe, Brother Doug Wagner. You guys are awesome. Johnny T, thank you for your hard work, everybody. Being mods is a selfless job. And also thank you to Mud SWAT. Didn't forget Mud. You guys are just epic. I can't thank you enough, my friends. All right, so let's show you everything that is going to be given away for the End of Stream giveaway, my friends. My friends. Do I have friends? I think I have friends. Do you have friends? All right. First thing is the 1985 Canadian. Then we're going to put under the scope to show you guys this is actually a decent Buffalo nickel right here. Booyah. 1936. With a full horn. So there you go on that. Then we have the 10th ounce Incused Indian silver coin. or silver round. A 1961 Washington silver quarter. BU from Denver, right there, 61D. Then Vote for Pedro donated this gorgeous 10 pesos BU, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 1/4 ounce of silver in the center right there. I love that coin. I think that thing is just gorgeous. Then he gave, which we don't need to put under a scope anymore, he gave a 1923 peace dollar. And then RavenHawk Coins, of course, is giving you the 2022 Ultra Break labeled Silver Eagle, ladies and gentlemen. So somebody, one lucky winner, is going home with a whole bunch of great stuff. What's up, Maple Leaf Numismatics? It does look like a casino token. Here's what a real casino token looks like, though. This one was given to me by my buddy Sonny for one of my birthdays. All right. Let's turn on the night bot and get your guys' giveaway going. Give me just a sec. Turn on live chat. Peter Bowes, you rock, my brother. Always good to see you, man. My number 4. Why doesn't it let me change that? Okay. All right, guys. Good luck. I'll be back in just a minute. RavenHawk Coins. Stay tuned. And also a big thank you to everybody that bought something this evening. Gary S., Joe Overly, Cez Gonzalez, Roy Hathaway, T-Rep Adventures, Bill Driscoll, Pete Clark, Roy Boy, C.M. Silver, Crawdaddy Stacks, Vote for Pedro, James Warner, and Perry Custom Cards. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly. I do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right. I'll be back in just a moment. I couldn't breathe. All right, guys, we're going to pick the winner here in just a moment. We will do this in just a moment. Giving you guys a little more time. I just had to walk away for a second so I could breathe. It was getting hard there. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Booyah! Darren Wilkinson, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Darren Wilkinson with the win. Holy smokes. That is pretty cool. Congratulations again to Darren. Darren Wilkinson with the win, guys. Yeah, that's a heck of a win, dude. You did pretty well there. Turn off Nightbot. We're gonna show you got Darren's envelope here. A big thank you to Vote for Pedro for adding extra goodies. And, hey, you never know what's going to happen. Steve Herrera, thank you, brother. Good seeing you, man. All right. Big shout out and thank you again, Joe Overly, for being a beast and helping make sure that the show can go on. Good to see everybody tonight. Perry Custom Cards, I still have it. Perry's asking about a card he made me a long time ago. I have it. I keep it in a nice, safe place, brother. All right, my friends. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another. And we'll see you real soon. And we'll see you. RavenHawk Coins. And we'll see you. Have a great day. RavenHawk Coins. Have a great day.